It's kind of a shot ourselves in the foot moment, like, I don't know, we're almost there. And every race kind of felt like that. We were doing so well until we weren't. 250, we did great. We were running that great in the beginning, and we started picking up a lot of spots, and we ended up coming to the end in third place. And then a VCP penalty shot us in the foot.
Put us 3 places down because it's that competitive. So we said, okay, there's that. We're going to carry some momentum into the 500. We did really well. It was probably the best we've ever done driving because that race is incredibly fast. And we did that. We ran really fast. We hit our marks, but just a couple feet off, and we missed it. So we were not ready yet for a win.
The next race after that was the 500. Robert and Sam drove in that race, and they were doing amazing. They were just keeping pace, staying right up there with the top guys, and unfortunately had a mechanical issue with give or take 40 miles to go to the finish. Steering box or steering rack went out, so they had to change that, but still came in with a 4th place finish. So, we have the never quit attitude.
We qualified really bad at the 400, and it really showed because it was hard getting around some of the slower vehicles. But we were up over mics. We probably were overdriving the truck a little bit.
There was a little mishap, suffered a pretty bad impact, and took the steering rack out.
We got it back on the road and got down into some of the silt areas. We're behind razors at that point in the dust. Got stuck in the silt and put us down for another hour or so, but we still wound up finishing 4th. Looking at the points at that point, we wound up being a point in front of Dave Taylor.
Putting us into the 1,000, we knew we had to do everything that we could to say we were going to go into the 1,000. Like we have to win this. There's no other real option. We have to win it.
Decide what's more polluted, your mouth or your brain. And once again, to the comfort of your screen return, surrounded by foes and friends, and who to say they, them, I'll go in your rhythm.
As we looked at this race and said, okay, hey, we really want the championship. What do we got to do? Does the strategy stay the same? And we talked about the truck where we need to go over all these finer little details that we feel like we needed to just really kind of make sure is all tuned up. And the most important thing is that we looked at the last couple seasons and we've seen that the truck has been staying together really well. Our job inside the shop has been impeccable. And I got to knock on wood because I don't want it to come back and bite us. But the issues that we were kind of having was disciplinary issues with, let's make sure that we hit our braking points and we carry that momentum from the pre-running into the race, and we can't have any errors.
Somebody had made a joke a while back, like there's no chance to pit in an airplane while it's midair. So everything has got to be perfect before it takes off. So we kind of treat it the same way. Everything's got to be perfect. We go over it together. Robert does a fantastic job putting the vehicle together as quick as he possibly can. We all go over it together. There's no pride. There's no, don't overcheck me. Don't look over my stuff. We all collectively get together and we look it over together. And once we all kind of sign off on it and go do a shakedown and everything gets looked at multiple times throughout the course of testing, is when we kind of feel okay about going to qualifying.
Qualifying has been an arch nemesis of mine forever. It's so hard to get out of my head about not hurting the truck for the race. This race, we knew we were going in as the points leader for the championship.
The way they've got the field stacked up now with the 6100s and the Class 1s, I think qualifying is more important than it ever has before. We want to qualify good every race. Now we want to qualify even better. We want to be top 5 in our class. We want to be top 10 overall, top 15 Matt. Good spot to qualify for a long race like this.
When you're sitting at the start line, it's hard to gauge yourself and what you need to do to make sure that you have a good start position. I've always struggled with that. I just kind of put that all out of my head on this race, and we qualified pretty good. And our strategy was to keep that all the way through the race. Anticipation is always the part that gets to me. You know, I like to just get things done, and waiting around to get things done is not my favorite thing to do. We got to make sure we hold it together and get it to the finish, and try to clinch this championship. And sometimes it's easier to overdrive and hurt the truck. I think I figured out to bide my time and make sure I make the passes when the opportunity arises instead of trying to force it. And that's exactly what we tried not to do at the 1,000.
We came into the 1,000, I had a bunch of questions like, hey, you guys going for the championship or you going for the win? And I told everybody that if we can win the Baja 1,000, we win the championship. Simple as that. Nerves set in a little bit, we get a little quiet, but as soon as that green flag drops, it's like going to work. We got a job to do.
Make it happen, nice and smooth, Baldi. Yeah, let's fucking do this. 3, 2, 1, go.
Running like Usain Bolt, swimming if I can't float. With it, take the paper, rip it clean slate. Here we go, dropping like Geronimo. Popping Tropicana flows, blows till we bubble up. Undercover, they don't know. Usain Bolt.
Easy.
Running like Usain Bolt, running like Usain Bolt.
I have figured out in my old age that caving to the pressure winds up breaking the vehicle. We work really hard in the truck to stay calm, make great decisions. And last year I let the pressure get to me a little bit. I put the truck on its side, and so that pressure is something that needs to be tamed at all times.
Bubble up, undercover, they don't know. Running like Usain Bolt, swimming if I can't float.
500 lap, hammer jump, right around this right. Make sure they didn't build
Dropping
it
like
big.
Geronimo, popping. Here we go, dropping like Geronimo, popping Tropicana flows, blows till we bubble up. Undercover, they don't know.
Going into this 1,000 was a little bit different because we're leading, and typically we're chasing. When you're chasing, you have all the gain and nothing to lose, and now it's kind of opposite. To say you go through 1,000 miles and not have errors, then you're probably not pushing hard enough. It's kind of hard from Sam's perspective because, yeah, you have to do the whole entire race and you can't have no errors. That's what it boils down to.
Running like Usain Bolt, running like Usain Bolt.
The green truck was fast, or second pin on the right.
Come on, guys. Come on, guys. Come on, guys. Come on, guys. Wait up. Here comes Jack Olligus.
We were up in the rock section behind El Rosario. We had gotten by Cameron and Collinette. He was off in the pits. We think he was re-racking a tire. I didn't see that. Sam saw it, kept our cool, kept going. And then once we got into the rocky section, we saw the Honda truck off to the side. Try not to get too excited and then still run your own race, you know. Keep an eye on them, what's behind, but it's a good feeling when you can be 200 miles in and leading the Baja 1000.
When I saw him off the course, I can't help to say that I smiled a little bit. I wanted to make sure that they were okay. They were outside the truck giving me thumbs up that they were okay, and I just put it behind us. And at that point, I knew we were definitely the leader physically in the race.
Don't go through the trees like that. Stay on the trail. There you go. That was a good line right there. Yeah. Whoa. Stay grounded. Stay grounded. Rock right.
During pre-run, we kind of set up little stages along the way that we know we'll just kind of hang out here, we'll watch you go through here, kind of do this. And there's a stretch of the highway there that we knew we've got to time it out with the dark, because we don't want to get a bunch of, we knew it was going to be wet, so we didn't want to get a bunch of debris on the light bars early on. And we knew we might not have a lot of time in that section, so we planned out on taking the grill cover off to expose the grill light.
We knew we had to make a stop to get the grill off the truck to expose the lights. We don't like to expose the lights too early in the day because anything can happen. You know, dust, mud, all the things can happen to the light.
Baldi race on the highway. Baldi race on the highway.
And pulling over for that 10 seconds to get that off, you know, always makes you nervous. It's still 10 seconds, no matter what. We knew Cameron was back there behind us. We didn't know exactly where, but we knew he was close.
We need to get the light bars off. Come on, come on, come on.
So we pulled in and yelling, hey, get the light, pull the grill, you know, get it off, you know. They figured it out, but it's one of those things that we just overlooked. That popped into Sam's head as soon as we hit that highway, and it was a good call because we did end up in the dark there at that time. If we didn't stop there, we would have had to stop in the dark at the next spot. So it was a perfect spot. That spot had to happen there, and the guys were on it.
There was a little confusion there, but it worked out really good. We didn't stop for more than a couple seconds. It seemed like forever.
You're heading straight to the fuel stop, right, Brevin?
Yes, sir. Straight to the fuel stop right now.
Copy. Straight.
Just letting you guys know, we just passed Cameron Steele on the highway at race mile 404.
Copy. Race mile 404. We are at 409 right now.
Hey guys, let's have a good clean stop. Sounds like the next truck behind us is about 4 minutes.
We're 12 miles out. Truck's doing good. It's all good. All healthy. We're gonna hop in and get it on.
It's a pretty rare group of people. We have a pretty small group of people that come out to the races, but everybody on the team collectively is extremely capable. All the guys are mechanically inclined, they're strategic in what they do, they know the lay of the land, they can figure everything out. They're a great group of guys.
We wanted to make sure the guys who knew the truck was going with the truck all the time, and they were divided up. So we basically had a lead mechanic with me in the truck, and then we had my brother Brian. He was satelliting, bouncing back and forth and piggybacking, so we had a ton of talent piggybacking the truck all the way around. We were a little short-handed, I kind of felt, but overall towards the end, I think that when you have a lot of good qualified talent, that you're not really. You're pretty good.
So it looks like currently we are the first two-wheel drive, physically two-wheel drive on course. Looks like we've got a pretty good lead on time, so we're just hoping to keep it there. 430 something more miles to go, so we'll see what happens.
We did something a long time ago to kind of unknowingly help out our pit stops. You know, everybody seems to do the same job every time. We try to do, the guy on tires does tires, the guy that does the jack does the jack. Everybody can do everything else, but to make everything quicker, everyone sticks on their little job that they do. And man, when that car comes in, it really feels like forever.
But it's seconds. It's seconds, and we fight for those, and we know that towards the end, if those pit stops don't go well, you know, that's a matter of winning or losing. It's a matter of second place to fourth place, and worst of all, it could be a matter of not getting the correct amount of fuel, even finishing.
It was a good one. We were on it all day.
Any issues, anything like
No, nothing, no flats, no nothing. Just kind of tried to work hard to make sure we got Jake and Michael a good truck, and man, I don't think there's a scratch on it.
The good thing is we had about 20, 30 miles of highway section, so that kind of calmed us down a little bit. It's very satisfying knowing that you have a great driver in front of you, taking care of the equipment. If you have to push hard at the finish, you have the vehicle you're able to do that in. I love driving at night. You just focus on your lights. You're driving in a tunnel. Try not to take any unnecessary chances. You just focus on where the lights are and you don't worry what's out there in the darkness.
By the time we got to Ojos, I was over the roughness, that's for sure. And it was taking a toll on both Jake and I. He pushed and I was trying to call out as best as I could. Came into the 1,000 with 1 point ahead of everybody else in the championship points. And we knew we had to get ahead of one guy and stay ahead of one guy. And luckily we stayed ahead of all the guys and we got the championship.
Winner and a champion. Not a lot of people can say that, and a lot of people can say that building their own truck. It's incredible. It's something I can't even explain. It's a dream come true for sure.
When that truck came across the podium, we were standing there, and they draped the checkered flag over the truck. It's a completely different feeling when you've never seen that before, when you've never been there at the biggest race of our lives.
At the finish line, they hand you medals and tell you just won. It's pretty wild. We've never been in that position before.
I think the first thing I posted was, we just won the fucking Baja 1000. It still hasn't set in. It takes an army of people to do what these guys pulled off. It's emotional to be able to win that for the team and everything coming together. It's pretty emotional. It's a once in a lifetime for some people. And some people don't get that opportunity at all.
It was just raw emotion. It was crazy. Not only winning the championship, to me, I think winning the Baja 1000, in my personal opinion, is more important to me. I've been chasing the Baja 1000 for over 17 years, and this is my first win. That meant a lot, and to do it with the people that you love and your family and that you have such a great time with, and it doesn't get any better than that.
We not only won the Baja 1000, we won the championship. To put those two together, from this little team we have in Beaumont, to come across the finish line at the Baja 1000 2025, the champions and the winner, I don't really have words other than it's one of my greatest achievements. A lifelong dream accomplished. We won the Baja 1000.